again. Headed from park to park, making QSOs with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Heading from park to park, making QSOs with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. Y'all, it's a radio field day, antennas up high. Good friends, good vibes under clear blue sky. Static free, we sip and drink, summer's in the air. Frequencies tuning, ain't got no care to spare. Radio games playing all day. Contact 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Work the world, buzz its ass back. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Transmitting joy, ain't no better pastime. Laughter and a static shared on every line. Round here we groove, mix of beats and waves, harmony electric in these radio days. Radio games, playing all day. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airways, strange but not strange. From dusk to dawn, we chatter and we laugh. Frequency of language, speak and telegraph. Hearts connected, bound by unseen thread. In this summer fun, every moment left. Radio games playing all day. Contact 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Work the world, buzz the task at hand. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Create the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, strange but not strange. Crank the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, from coast to land. Radio games playing all day. Contact 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Work the world, buzz its ass back. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Crave the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, strange but not strange.
This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. We're going to just be getting started in just a minute. Is there any emergency traffic, or is the frequency used on VE3PGC? Okay, folks, we're going to get started. If you're out there on YouTube watching, just go ahead and get your name, your call sign, put it in the chat. We'll get you in the log there. It's 8 o'clock, and we're going to get started here on the net as soon as the repeater says its thing. Here we go. Good evening, everyone. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV. My name is Ernest. I'm located in St. Andrews, West Ontario, just outside of Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. I've been a ham for now over 3 years. And welcome to the AllStar EchoLink Friday Evening Net, coming to you on AllStar Node 60092, EchoLink VA3EWV-L, and also on hams over IP 103879. Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started in just a second here. All right, welcome to the net. Again, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. We do live stream this net. There are 5 people on the live stream now. Some have already put their name in there, so I'll get you in the log. I am also using NetLogger, so you can also follow along and see where you're at, and we'll get you in the net on NetLogger. Always, as I say, thanks to everybody for being out here and supporting this net every Friday night. Before we get started, here is how this net runs. It's a little bit different. We have 3 rounds of traffic. The first round of traffic is the topic of the evening. And sometimes I have it, and sometimes I don't. Today I do have a topic. The next round is what you're doing for the weekend, because as I always say, for those that come out a lot, I'm a little nosy. And then the third round of traffic, and it always happens, there's some topic that we talk about and other people want to reach out to others, and then you can have that time to talk and have that traffic, passive traffic across. Make sure you have pen and paper with you. Also have QRZ up so you can hear the call signs and see who the people are, and then we'll get started like that. So when you come in with your call sign phonetically, your name, your QTH, how long you've been a ham, and then we're going to get into the question. Let me pause. Now, we always have some folks that are old, some folks that are new out here on the net. I know that when I was talking to my grandparents, I don't know my great-grandparents, they would tell me stories about, hey, when I grew up, they invented the car, they invented this or that. Today, what I want to talk about is something that came out just this week or last week, FT2. So now I can say when I was a young buck, because everybody's a young buck, when I was a young buck in 2026, they came out with FT2. It was lightning fast, right? So the topic of the evening is, well, if you've been around a long time, what radio mode or radio invention or radio itself was around since you've been around? So I hope I can get some people out there that said, I was around when they started UHF. I was around when they started VHF, because I know those things came out at different times. I'm going to try to find something on Google that says what has come in, but that's the topic of the day. Were you around when something first came out in radio? Today, I've been around to see FT2 come. So, well, that's what we'll do. Let me pause and we'll start taking some calls. Okay, we're going to get started there. I see we have a house full of people here that's already in, and I want to thank everybody for being out there. We're going to get started straight away. I did see Alpha Delta 2 golf uniform that's just popped off again, but Alpha Delta 2 golf uniform was out there, so hopefully he'll be back. This net is also known for people trying their EchoLink and AllStar for the first time. The next person I saw was KJ5 GBQ. KJ5 GBQ, if you're out there, come on in. I do see some people coming in and out. Hope there's no problems with the connections. KJ5 GBQ, are you there? Over. Okay, the next person, Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima. Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima. Come on in.
VA3EWV and this is K5BDL. Good evening, Ernest, and everyone on board. Hope everyone's having a great week. It's been a very busy one for us in the lab, but we're surviving. Some people have been out sick, but they're in recovery, and then a few people out because they're working the weekend. So today was kind of really hectic. So glad the day's over. Let's see. Well, since I've been a ham since March of 1992, and I remember the new mode that came along. Oh goodness, it's probably in the early 2000s, maybe. Was PSK 31, and that was really something. And it was very simple to use. And I bought a interface for it, and wow, started making lots of good different contacts on PSK 31 and the other nodes like PSK 63 and PSK 125. Of course, that kind of all went to the wayside when FT8, FT4 came around, but there are still people on PSK 31. And also, too, the more software controlled RTTY. I think there were some people who had actual true digital interfaces that were kind of like modems for that, and then came along the software kind of controlled type of modem, so to speak. And one that I called is called a Rascal. It's the Radio Amateur Sound Card Link or something like that. I still have that, and of course some other ones have come out like the DigiRig and also West Mountain Radio, their version of the same kind of thing. It's been really interesting following all the different changes and upgrades and different ways of doing things. So let's see that. Back to you, K5BDL.
And thank you for getting me kicked off there. K5BDL. I've been writing some notes. PSK31 was new tech. PSK63, RTTY, Rascal. I was in the military, and I was in one of the only air-conditioned vehicles in the military. We call it the rat rig. And there was a huge computer type thing, a teletype machine. You ever heard of that? And I was the one that operated the teletype. So how about that? I'll talk more about that later. Thanks, Brad. K5BDL. We do have folks on YouTube. We have Jack out there, KG5FI, waving the hand saying hello. Rob, VE3RF out there saying hello. We have Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Fox out there saying hello as well. And we're getting you all in the log. So we're getting you kicked off on a good one here. So if you're just joining us, tonight's topic is what was out or what was coming out hot when you hit the airways. Let's do a call out for VE3 PGC repeater. Anybody on the VE3 PGC repeater wants to check in, please come down. Okay, nothing heard. I do see some folks connected to my Hams over IP line. If you're out there, come with your call sign, please.
Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot Hotel Queen.
Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot Hotel Queen, AllStar. AllStar, good to have you in there. Could you come in with your name, your call, your QTH, how long you've been a ham, and then get in there with the topic with us. What was new that you can remember when you hit the airways or since you've been around? Go ahead.
Yeah, QTH in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and the thing that came out when I became a ham, which was not only last year, is I guess mostly it would be FT2 that we're seeing, but also one thing we're losing on the radio in Canada, I didn't know if anybody knows, we're losing our Canadian weather network on the radio now as well too. So that's one thing we lost this year as well. Back to you, Ernest.
Yeah, that was sad to hear that. I did hear it. I happened to subscribe to a buddy of mine out in Aboot, Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot, and that's where I get a lot of the latest and greatest stuff there. He has a YouTube channel there, and all those things. We almost lost as well. Almost lost as well the ham clock or ham whatever. And I think it's coming back. So thank you, AllStar. We're going to bring you in on the second round there. Any other folks on the VE3 PGC repeater or coming in through my node there? Please come on in.
Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, so sure you got me on here.
There we go. Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot. Come on in. Stuart, come on in.
Up in beautiful and snowy New Brunswick. Wow, what a week. What a crazy, crazy week. I wish to forget. Monday we had that big snowstorm come through, and I lost the 15-meter band on my X-beam. The wire is hanging down, so we're going up on Tuesday to repair it. But yeah, we lost the weather. The Weather Radio Canada is going offline March 16th, I think it is. It'll be officially shut down. And I've been playing with a lot of FT2. This week, having a blast with it. But when I was first licensed back in the early 90s, the big thing that I was on was IPARN, and many people might not know IPARN, the Interprovincial Amateur Radio Network. It was all on the ANIC E2 satellite system, and linked at that time British Columbia, Alberta, and Ontario. And we would have fun just talking to everybody over satellites through our terrestrial links network. So in Alberta, it was the Sarah system. And it was a blast. We would pop all over the place. It was replaced, I think, by the IRLP. I think it was that one now, but I think IPARN has long distant history. But that was the big technology when I got first licensed. But I'm pretty excited with FT2, and it's a lot of fun. And I cover a lot of it on my YouTube channel. I've been very ear to the ground in that one. I'll just drop it for a second. Make sure I don't time everything out here. But yeah, that's. And of course, the weather this week has been the big snowstorm we hit the Maritimes. We'll be going up on Tuesday to repair our X-beam. The kind of the 15-meter band is just dangling down there, so a little crippled that way. But this one, I know you're doing the next round for what's happening on the weekend, so I'll get to that one when it comes around. Otherwise, everything's great here in New Brunswick. You can't complain. I'm still waking up in the morning, and I'm still 6 feet above the ground. But,
amen to that.
Back to that, sir. That's doing a good job. V9CF in New Brunswick.
Thank you so much there, Stuart. And I have it on the screen here, folks, that are watching on YouTube out and Aboot. And you can see that all the good things are popping out there over and over again. That's where I get, that's where I get my more news. And as you see here, FT2 is official. Ham clock is saved. Going after 50 years, right? That's the news I look at. I don't look at the other news, if you know what I mean. I just look at this news. Do you know to stay up on the things? I'm throwing that link in the YouTube chat there for everybody. And thanks for checking in there with us, Stuart. Okay, any other callers there on the VE3 PGC or the my node there for the ham over IP? Please come now. All right, Victor, Alpha 3, Juliet, Indy Charlie, James. Come on in, James. Let us know who you are, how long you've been a ham, and then what was out and hot when you started to be a ham. Go ahead.
All right, Ernest, thank you so much for picking me up. Well, my name is Jim. The call sign is Victor Alpha 3, Juliet, Indy Charlie, and I've been licensed since December 24th, 2001. And, Jesus, I'm sorry, Ernest. Your topic, I'm really sorry. What was the topic tonight?
What was hot when you hit the airways? What was new? I got to witness something new. FT2 is brand new. Have I got it installed yet? No, because I've been just so busy. And I even had a 201-day streak on WRL and was so tired last night. I came home and I sat in the chair and I set my timer for 7:45, woke up, came in the shack, and it's like, boom, you're at 0 again. So I was heartbroken for 2 seconds, and then I laughed about it. I couldn't believe I was over it like that. That's how tired I was. So the topic again is what has come out new since you've been around or since you've been a ham. Go ahead.
Well, Ernest, I don't know if it was new, but it was new for me when I first got into it. Like I said, I was licensed December 24, 2021, and I was so intrigued to see satellite radio, satellite communication, moon bounce. I had to do it. I had to go spend the money and buy the equipment to do such matter. And to me, that was new, and I was very excited. Back to you, Ernest. Thanks so much for picking me up, and I'll be waiting around for the second round.
Roger. Thanks so much, James, for being out there and putting the bean in the pot for us. Now, I'm a little off tonight on the check-ins and stuff, so just bear with me. I hope I don't miss anyone out there. I do use NetLogger, but I'm kind of all over the place tonight. But hey, you know what? That's all right, because we're going to talk to everybody. You better believe that. Let's see. I'm just going to take a stab at it. So we got VA3GIC check. We got the Stewart Vector Economic Charlie Fox check. We have AllStar on that came over on my amateur wire check. K5BDL. Mr. Jack, did you come in already? Over.
Ernest, this is Jack, KG5FI. I think you wanted me in here. I live in Sunset, Texas, northern part of Texas. Been a ham since '83. And when I first got started, all I did was single sideband and CW. So there wasn't anything earth-shattering that I knew about at the time. But since I've been a ham, I think one of the largest things that I've really been happy about is with ARRL, I had a couple of contests over winter weekends, and it turned into a couple of hams took over after that to start POTA. That's really had me enthused since I got back into the hobby after a long break. So back to you, Ernest, KG5FI.
Oh man, I'm so excited tonight. You should have saw if you're watching on YouTube there, which reminds me to go look and see who's out there. When you said a couple hams got together and started POTA, I was like, wow, because I've heard the stories, some stories of POTA. I read some of the history and stuff like that. But that's cool. I forget about those things too. So let's add those to the mix too. All that stuff. I think there's some new stuff coming out too. Again, watching the out and about there, I think there's something called Lagoons on the air. My friend KJ5GBQ was saying he was going to do a lake last night. And speaking of KJ5GBQ, let's see if he made it back because he was out there early. I don't see him on here, but we'll call out anyway. KJ5GBQ, are you there in whatever fashion? Go ahead. Okay, POTA, I'm taking all these good notes down. This is how I learned. I started this net for several reasons over 3 years ago. One big reason I started because I didn't have any HF privileges. I only had my basic, took my test over 7 times, failed each and every time miserably. And but I kept getting up and dusting myself off, and here I am, talking. Not a lot of knowledge. That's why I have this thing, and I go and I ask all these questions of topics that I don't know about. So that's how I'm making it out there. So I do appreciate everybody coming in and helping me out in my ham story there. All right, I see NX3F. NX3F, come on in.
Yeah. Good evening, all. NX3F, named Down, Alpha Lima Lima Echo November, located in Temple Hills, Maryland. Got my ticket back in '72. And when I first got my ticket, the only thing that's all I could do back then was just because I was a novice, I was CW. Satellite was coming in pretty. I believe satellite was starting to come in, and if I remember correctly, there were a few of the fellows that were doing it. But other than that, sideband and AM was pretty popular. And then as the years progressed on, everybody's doing PSK 32 and FT8 and all that stuff. And one quick thing I want to tell everybody, I managed to load FT2.
Yeah.
And made several contacts, but the software seems to be extremely glitchy. Not too happy about that, but hey, we tried the mode and made several contacts. Okay, back to net control. VA3EWV-L.
NX3F in the group, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Very excited tonight to be here talking about new technology, things that you guys grew up with back in the day. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, I get carried away sometimes. But just excited to be out here. So, hey, Mr. Allen, being into the computer tech, and don't think a lot about when I say tech, I mean call center. I've worked and managed call centers that help people with internet issues. I work for Dell, HP Compaq, with people having video card issues and this and that, right? Uninstalling, reinstalling drivers and software. Nothing very heavy, but that light stuff like that. And I learned, the first thing I learned was I would always have a job because something is always happening with computers. So Bill Gates and all those people and Michael Dell and Steve Jobs have always provided me a job. But one thing I learned is to let everybody experiment first and wait for the version 1.1.1.1.1. Well, I'm waiting for the 1.1.1.1 because I don't have time. But I figure by the time I get around to it, there should be something out there. And you know what? I signed up. Let me pause. WRL, for example, WRL is not that I support them or whatever the deal is. I got to get in on the ground and then work with that, and I report the bugs. And let me tell you, I look at it as fun. I report all their bugs because there are some. I lost about 86 contacts that I'm trying to get back now because they kept putting everything as FT4 and I was in FT8. The frequency was right. Everything like that was right. But for some reason, it was putting everything as FT4. So that's a bug. Anyway, so hopefully the bugs don't run your way and get out there and make sense. I'm already jealous too, by the way, that you're out there doing FT2. Let me pause. All right, checking in on the YouTube there. FT2 is brand new. WSJTX improved 3.3.1 supports FT2 now. Let's see. Well, see, I'm already there. If you wait around, it's gonna be if you wait around, you're gonna get the good stuff. Expect the glitches are being told on the air there, and that's true. And change decode from deep to normal. And you should have less glitches. Again, change the decode from deep to normal. That's the stuff I'm getting out there on the web there. So thanks everybody that's watching. AD2GU, KG5FI, everybody on YouTube now. We're up to 9 people watching on YouTube. That's pretty cool. I got 1 thumbs up, so let's see if we can get some more thumbs up out there. Let me pause. Now for the hard part, figuring out where I was again. So let's call out on the VE3 PGC repeater. Any one out there wanting to say a good quick hello or put your beat in the pot? Come now, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay, nothing heard. Anyone coming in on the Hams over IP line want to make a comment or anything? Please come now. Okay, I hope I haven't missed anybody. If I have missed you, just let's come in and start talking. Uh, if I miss you, come in with your name, your call sign, QTH, how long you've been a ham, and then share with us any new things that have been around since you've been around in radio. Come on in. If I don't hear anything, that means I haven't missed anyone. I'll pause for now.
There was VE2 trying to check in, and don't forget about Becca, VA3EWV-L.
Oh yeah, I had saw some people were coming in and out on the on my screen here. Maybe having connection issues and stuff like that. But yeah, Rebecca, Victor Echo 3, Volkswagen Bug, and VE2. Maybe that was John, VE2EQL or VE2YOW. Any one wishing to check in, come on in. Don't be shy. Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay, what we're going to do now is go on with what folks are doing for the weekend there. We'll start with you, Stuart. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot. Oh, I heard something. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Ernest. It's Johan, Victor Echo 2, Yankee Oscar Whiskey.
Look at Stuart with the good ears there. Go ahead, Johan. Again, the topic of the night is what's been around or what popped up new since you've been here in the radio. So come on in with your name, your call sign, your QTH, how long you've been a ham, and then participate with the question of the day. Go ahead.
All right, first name Johan, call sign V2YOW in La Chute, Quebec, close to Osprey, close to the border of Ontario and Quebec, northwest of Montreal. Ham since, let's say, 2020, officially with my first HF, which was FT VA3EWV-L. Mostly doing sidebands and listening to CW, but not really on other modes. I'm an NVU, Ernest. You have to show me how to do digital modes such as FT2, FT8, FT4, whatever. So I'm not being friends with those modes. So I might have come over sometime to your QTA, so you have a session for me, a crash course. Otherwise, I had my license before in the 90s, and what was popular is the APRS.
Oh.
That was quite huge, but I didn't have any rigs, so I couldn't test it. So that's it. That's about it there. Thank you.
Yeah, Johan. Hey, look, check it out. I did put a link in the chat for my buddy there that has a website that he's always on the top of the new stuff there. I'll give you the link there. I can show you a little bit about FT8 and FT4, what I know. Be happy to go over that with you and stuff like that. And I forgot about APRS. Yeah, man. I have an Anytone radio there, and it has APRS, or you can at least track the radio, and I'll play around with that a lot. I'll just pause for a second. I'll just share one thing with me. 1 second. Yeah, when I came in to radio, again, my first radio was my iPhone 6 Plus. And then I had folks at the club gift me radios, so like real radio, not an iPhone. So my first thing was the EchoLink on my cell phone, right? So that's what was cool to me. And then I got to meet the guy that started EchoLink, which was pretty cool. I invited him to our club meeting. He talked about it. That was great. I got a vanity call sign for EchoLink 4399, which is awesome. And then even right now, like I was around when he was like, oh, hey, I now have EchoLink that you can do on a web browser. You don't have to put it on your desktop. You don't have to have an app for it. You can just go to any browser. And I was like, wow, I was here for that. So now I'm around for FT2, but the folks that know me, I've been trying to do every mode, everything I can in ham radio, and I found out that that's going to be a lot of years. So I'll slow down a bit with that. Okay, enough from that. Any other folks on the repeaters that want to check in before we pick it up with Stuart? One more call. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay, nothing heard. Let's pick it back up with you there, Stuart. Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot.
Thanks, Ernest. I'm busy making FT2 contacts as you're talking here. That's how fast it is. I made 3 or 4 contacts in the last minute. It's been great. I guess we're on to what's happening this weekend. Well, what's going on this weekend? I'm going to go and do a pod activation tomorrow. I'm going to hit an all-time new one in Bucktish, New Brunswick. I'm looking forward to doing that. The weather's going to be pretty nice, 5 or 6 degrees outside here today, or tomorrow, so it's supposed to be nice. And then Saturday or Sunday is the 80-meter Nova Scotia contest.
Oh.
So I'll be doing that on Sunday, the 80-meter Nova Scotia contest. And then, of course, I'm on my obligation to Missy on Sunday morning, taking her out for breakfast. So that's about the plan for the weekend. But if anybody has any questions about FT2, my email address is on QRZ. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll schedule a time. Maybe we can do a Google Meet or something like that. I can show you some stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, this FT2 stuff. But yeah, and then, but I'm not going to forget where I came from and with contesting and DXing. But that's the plan for the weekend, my friend. Back to you, V9CF.
Roger. I wonder what that's going to do I wonder, has anybody done any POTA activations on FT2 yet? I just haven't been. I've been able to. This week has been almost a no radio week, except for the earlier part of the week. There, do you know if people? I haven't even checked. Has anybody been spotting? Can you even spot on Parks on Air FT2? I'm going to go see now. Back over to you, Stuart. Can you spot on that yet?
Here's this guy doing POTA FT2, but he can't really, as of right now, use FT2 as a mode. It has just been ECIF certified, so it's going to take a couple weeks for it to work its way through the system. But I'm sure there's guys out there doing POTA with FT2. Got reported to MFSK, I think it is, or MFSK or something like that, whatever that mode is. But it'll be a few more weeks before we start seeing that on the POTA world as a legit mode. Because it just received EIF certification, so it's going to work its way through the system. Like logbook world, you can report on QRZ, but I'm using Grid Tracker right now to report into QRZ, and it shows up as MFSK. So it'll work its way through the system here eventually. But yeah, I'm hearing there's guys doing POTA with FT2 now.
All right. Well, thanks for that. All right. We have another visitor, KA7RON. Welcome to the AllStar EchoLink Friday Evening Net. We were just getting into our second round of traffic, but the topic of the night, just to let you know there, Ron, is since you've been around, or even the ham, any new technologies that came out when you were around that were the hottest and greatest thing. Over to you, KA7RON.
Thank you. This is KA7RON, Ron, Vancouver, Washington. Just tuned in, came in a little bit running errands. New technology since I've been a ham, if I understand the question right. I've been a ham for, looks like I need to renew this year. So 10 years, coming up on 10 years. And I don't know a lot. I know there's a couple of new or developing digital modes. But I haven't really done anything with that, so I don't know much about them. And then it's not really ham, but I know that Mesh Core. Well, I don't know. Actually, I think that's been around for a lot longer than that. Come to think of it, so I don't know any other ones. So I guess I'll just say hi and glad to be here. I'll listen to everybody else's stories. KA7RON. Thanks.
KA7RON in the group, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. I was actually getting to talk to my daughter today, and she was a PSW for a while. And so the reason I came up with this topic is because FT2 is new, but I remember her saying to me, and she was working here in the Ottawa area. She's like, I met a guy that insert relative here was on the Titanic. I met a lady that her dad had the first Model T, yada, 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 in Canada. I met a person that was on the Hindenburg, right? Because, with all this history, she got to work with a lot of people. She was doing palliative care, so that took a toll. But anyway, on the other side, she was, I was working for a lady, and they had one of the first color TVs when color TVs came out. So that's why I was wanting to do this. So just some new technologies that were coming out, or like someone said, the Parks on Air. That's been a really big hit, and it's not going anyway soon. They're doing everything on the air now. I'm going to start barbecue pits on the air when it gets it gets warmer out there. Okay. Do we have anybody on the repeaters wishing to check in? Let's check in now. Anyone on the repeater? Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay. Mr. Brad there. K5BDL. Brad, if you're still out there, what's going to be going on with you for the weekend? We have 7 people on YouTube. Say hello out there. Put your call in the chat.
Actually, here probably within an hour. My wife and I are heading down to Houston area, about 3 hours from here. There was a college classmate that we knew had passed away down in Kingwood, northeast part of Houston, and we're going for her memorial service in the morning. So we decided to go down tonight. And but over the weekend, we'll be trying to get with some friends over down that way, catch up with them, and might even do some CODA, looking at a couple of spots there, maybe San Jacinto battleground site to activate. And I sure do like about that barbecue pits on the air.
I'm telling you.
Coming spring, I know I'll be out there in the backyard with the barbecue pit, maybe grilling some ribeye, steak, maybe some sausage and potatoes, maybe some corn on the cob.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
We'll try to be on the air some and be out there to do that. Back to you, K5BDL.
Thank you. You know, I was giving you an amen over here. I was giving you one big amen. Hey, is the better half around so I could get her in the log there? Over.
Well, I just talked to her on the telephone, and she is finishing up her last route, going back to the pharmacy to wrap up paperwork. So I'll check her in by proxy.
Roger. Just it's K5P something another. Over.
Oh yes, sir. It's Kilo 5 Papa Foxtrot Lima, K5TFL.
There we go. Thanks so much. Okay, me being the nosy guy I am, let's just keep on down the road here. We got Stuart. He said what he's doing for the weekend. That's going to be some fun. And I'm going to try to get into that 80-meter thing on Sunday, that's for sure. We got Mr. Brad that's come in. KG5FI, if you're still out there, what are you doing for the weekend? Over.
Unfortunately, our weather's turned very warm, and tomorrow I've got a lot of yard work, a lot of leaves to get raked up.
Leaves?
And that's going to take me a while. We've got too many oak trees. So that's mainly what's going to happen on Saturday. On Sunday, our high school theater group, the group of kids I've been working with, we're doing a public performance at their school. It's basically going to be for their parents, but that happens on Sunday, and then their first competition day is going to come up on Monday and Tuesday after that. But that's my weekend. It's going to be busy.
Well, Roger, y'all have fun out there. You're saying lots of oak leaves. I'm looking out here at the window here. at my house, and I have a little trailer out there that has a pop-up mast on it, right? It's got a pop-up tower and all that stuff. And I was thinking about poor Stuart with his hex beam. I've been really like saying, "Oh my God, I want a hex beam." But I know now if I do get one, I'm gonna have a tilt over tower or something like that, for sure. So that's what's gonna have to be with that. Thank you for coming in and saying what you're doing there for the weekend. So let's see who I have now. VA3JIC, come on in.
All right, Ernest, thank you so much for taking me back in. Absolutely nothing going on here on the weekend. Just going to relax. The wife is working this weekend. So, just catch up on some projects and, get caught up a little bit. Thanks so much, Ernest.
Won't get out of there too soon. I'm looking at your website there, the Ham Helpers, right? We got that. Are you guys going to be doing that tomorrow? And if so, we can go ahead and plug that now. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. It's going to be the same time, same place, and the same channel, Ernest. If you don't mind doing that, I'd appreciate that. And I also put on that Facebook group, the VoIP Service Connections. People are more than welcome to use them.
Roger, folks. So there we go. We have the Ham Helpers Net every Saturday at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. When I'm around too, I connect to it. And when I'm around too, we connect the VE3 PGC repeater as well. So if you're here by this, you should be able to be there tomorrow. What is the Ham Helpers Net? Well, weekend before last. Oh, hey, well, I'll go into that a little bit, but before I do that, I have it on the screen here. You can connect to them, EchoLink. All the links to all the ways to connect are on EchoLink there. You can connect by AllStar, Hams over RP, and Amateur Wire. November 8 Papa Charlie Brad is always there. He's one of the net controllers. And Jim, or James, as I always call him, VA3JIC. I'm in and out from time to time, but when I am there, I connect to them all the time. It's a great thing, a great little net. And we've had several people get help 3 weeks in a row. And I was actually able to do 60-meter FTA for the first time getting help from the Ham Helpers. So I was able to get my 12 days of Christmas with that. So I was very happy for that. Oh, and just in time. Okay, let me pause. Okay, so thank you for that. We'll be looking forward to seeing you on the weekend there. Okay, checking YouTube there. We have 8 people in. I've asked people to say their hellos there. Got a couple. W2ELS, Ron in New York, said he's monitoring. So let's get Ron on the log too. And NX3F, I think you might be up next. What are you doing on the weekend?
NX3F here. I'm not sure yet, all right? I think my wife said something about it. Stepdaughter's going to come past tomorrow and introduce her new bow. So I don't know. But wait and see. Other than that, they said it's supposed to be a really good, nice, beautiful day here tomorrow. It's going to get up into the 60s tomorrow. So I suspect a lot of people will be out and about, shorts. You know how they do when it gets warm. Might do a little bit more on FP2. Okay, so back in that control. VA3EWV-NX3F.
Hey, NX3F in the net there. Hey, look, K5BDL said when I start pits on the air, he's gonna be there. You heard what he said, and he got some good meat out there cooking. Shoot, what you talking about? Me, I'm gonna be doing hot dogs, Costco hot dogs. That's what my budget is right now. Hey, but you know what? That would be fun as heck, right? Sitting out there with the, looking, taking care of your grill and stuff. Getting some good food and stuff. Because hey, do you guys? I know some folks are on my Facebook. I do have a Facebook group, folks. let me go ahead and plug myself there. On the air with VA3EWV, my Facebook group, on the air with VA3EWV. Also have a YouTube channel, on the air with VA3EWV. And this summer, I was at Cooper Marsh, was actually the first park I ever went to activate. I was there. There's a family that left their barbecue, and I was by a stationary barbecue. They didn't speak English. I didn't speak the language that they were speaking. But through sign language, I offered them to come move where I was. And I just set up my infrared half-wave. 1 second, let me pause. Anyway, I gave up my spot, being neighborly. They had the little kids there. They had a really good time. And my God, did they cook up a feast. You guys probably saw the pictures of the kebab sandwich I had. They fed me. I was just sitting there blowing. I was so full, and I was like, whoo, you know. I'm like, I'm just going to sit here, probably take a nap, then go home. But that was great. I had some pictures up there. Also, you guys probably saw that when I was doing portable operations this summer, I had food with me. And I was taking pictures of all the good food I was getting at the local shops at the different places I was visiting. It's more to it than radio. You're out there doing your thing. Thank you, Mr. Allen, for being out there and helping us out tonight. Okay, who have I missed? I'm in a mess today. Anyone on the PGC repeater that wants to come in and see what you're doing for the weekend, come on in. Okay, and if I've missed anybody that hasn't gotten to say what they're going to do on the weekend, just please come now. There we go. AllStar. So what are you up to this weekend? Go ahead.
Hopefully this weekend I'll be treating myself. I'm looking online for a CWT because that's the next step since I passed my advanced exam last week with 74%, which was cool. And I'm looking at maybe getting a Bengali CWT as well to celebrate. So I'm going to see what I'm going to get. I'm probably going to get a iambic key, but let's see what draws my eye. They have a nice key selection. I don't know what you have for a key, Ernest. Back to you.
First of all, let's congratulate this young man for passing his advanced. So that's really good. I don't know. I'm not going to say I have that because when you say you have advanced, people expect you to answer a lot of questions. So I'm an advanced question asker. So I can do that. Congratulations there, AllStar. Yes, I too wanted to experience all I can in the hobby. I'm trying to go after my CW. I just finished my intermediate part. It's a 4-part. You have beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. And I'm happy to say that I got 100% on my intermediate, doing head copy and sending, all controlled. I might add. We had to listen to recordings. It's not like real life stuff, because when I get out there on the real life stuff and people start doing da 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 da, 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 like they're in a jazz band or something, I lose it, and any noise or anything like that. So it's still hard. The guy asked did I want to go to the next one. I said no. I want to take the intermediate all over again. So I'm going to be doing that. It is a hobby. I don't want to be stressing myself there. But I have the Amazon special. Let me pause. I have the Amazon special. And there are a couple of guys that have their Bengalis and stuff like that. And I literally have their Bengalis. And there's a guy, his name is Paulo. He's in my class. And he has those, and they display them good. And they're like, Ernest, are you going to get a Bengali? I said, when I can spell Bengali, I'll get one. When I have some Bengali money, I'll get one. But I'm not getting anything fancy unless I'm like super, super, super good. So right now, I'm not super, super, super good. So I'm going to show everybody the key I have on Amazon there. 1 second there. CW key. Because I really like it. It's it takes a licking to keep on ticking, that's for sure. See if I can find something like it on the web there. But I'll leave that. Oh, here it is right here. It's something like this one. It is $40. The mini automatic CW key Morse code. No, that's not it. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's kind of like that, but mine was cheap. So, yeah, that's what I had. Oh, no, here it is. Here it is. I found it. It's $83. Mini Morse code key, double paddle Morse code key with stainless steel body. And it is nice. I beat the heck out of it in the car. I've dropped it, all that stuff like that, and it keeps on ticking. So, hey, look, when you start getting into it, let me know so we can practice together. All right, let me pause. Hey, Ernest, what are you doing for the weekend? Glad you asked. I'm with the Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. I'm actually the co-president at Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. I bribed them. I bribed them for the position. So, and what's going on? If I go to our coming events, because we do have stuff going on, we have our breakfast at 9 o'clock. So if you guys are anyone in the area, we have a breakfast at 9 o'clock at Spinner's Diner. I'll be doing that. On next Sunday, we'll be having a fox hunt. That's March 8th. So if anybody is listening that wants to come out and join us, that's happening on March 8th. We have our, on Monday, we have our Monday Night Net, but we've been doing something pretty cool. We've been getting on 6 meters every Monday night, 50.180, 50.180 SSB, and 52.525, I think it is, FM. So we've been having a lot of fun in our club, doing a lot of stuff. So there you go. That's what I'm going to be doing for the weekend and spending some time with the grandson. All right. We're going to do another call out for anyone anywhere that wants to say what they're doing for the weekend. Please come on in. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor with the AllStar EchoLink Friday Evening Net. Okay, have I missed anyone? Have I missed anyone tonight? Anybody that wants to say a last word or whatever, please come on in. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Yeah, Stuart, come on in. Go ahead.
Just a reminder for folks, if you're into DX chasing, don't forget the Juliet 51 Alpha, the DX missions out there. They're doing a lot of sideband and FT8 right now. If you just checked on the clusters, you're able to find them. That's very, very easy to work from North America. The Juliet 51 Alpha DX edition. There's a whole bunch of DX editions firing up this week. If you're into DX chasing, there's a guy there's a few in Africa going on right now, a couple in the South Pacific. So if you're into DX chasing, lots and lots of good DX expeditions firing up here the next couple weeks. Something to stay tuned to if you're into that kind of stuff. But they all do FT8. Every one of those expeditions will be on FT8, and it's very, very easy to work them on FT8. I've worked Juliet 51 Alpha on 4 or 5 bands already on sideband and FT8, so very, very easy to work him. He's easy pickings. Back to that V9CF.
Roger. I have that up on the screen, folks. DXWorld.net has it on here. J51 Alpha, Guinea-Bissau, got their card up here. 73,000 QSOs after 3.79 days. Jesus. 73,900 QSOs after not even 4 full days. The Q0100 satellite station is working. 500 QSOs in the log so far. That's a nice surprise. A few JA made it on 160 meter FT8. That's pretty cool. So they're sitting there with big smiles on their face, having some fun. And the last that I see up here was February 26th. February 26th, they had 61,000 QSOs after 69 hours of operation. Wow. That's something else. There you go, folks. So it's time. Hell, I have never even done that before. I did WWA a little bit. That was that. I did SSB contest. I forget what that was. But just starting to get into that. So there you go. Thanks, Stuart, for letting everybody know that. That's good. You can see it up on the screen here if you're watching on YouTube. Anyone else wishing to have a final comment, please come on in. Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor.
K7RON.
Yeah, K7RON, come on in.
Just looking at my calendar, I don't think I mentioned what I was doing this weekend. I was looking at my calendar, and it says I'm going to be some work and do taxes. But we're getting some really sunny weather this weekend, and I'm starting to get the feeling my calendar's wrong for this weekend. I think things are going to change a little bit. That's all. I just want to share that. K7RON, great net.
You literally make me laugh out loud on that one. That's right. The calendar's saying this, but the weather's looking pretty nice, right? So, hey, I was working at a funeral home, and a guy was saying, "Oh, Ernest, did you do this? Ernest, did you do that?" And I'm like, "I'm going to get around to it." And I'm going to have to go find it. I think it's in one of my dresser drawers there. The guy gave me a coin that says round to it, right? So I think if I find it, I'm going to have to pass it along. So you're not going to get a QSL card from me. You're going to get my round to it coin. It looks like one of those pieces that you gamble with, whatever you call those things, those little plastic money that they have at the casinos. It looks something like that. Thanks, Ron, K7RON. Any other final check-ins or anybody on YouTube wants to say something, I'll read it out if you put it in the chat there. Had a great night so far. We have had, including myself, 15 check-ins. That's pretty good. Any other comments? Please come now. Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor.
KG5FI.
Net recognized KG5FI. Come on in.
Yes, Ernest, wanted to thank you again for hosting the net and running it. Fine job. And I also wanted to compliment Stuart, E9CF. I've really enjoyed his videos on YouTube and wanted to thank him for all that work that he does. KG5F5, back to the net.
Roger. Thanks so much. And Stuart, did you get those flowers there? Over?
Thank you very much. I appreciate the great feedback, and thanks for checking out my dumb Canadian channel.
All right. You always get the latest radio stuff there. That's for sure. I'm always on, as you see us here. I've already liked and subscribed to that channel a long time ago there. So, any other check-ins? Come on in. We got a couple minutes left. Feel free to give your final thoughts. Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay, if nothing else is heard there, we're going to be closing down the net. I am going to miss you guys. I do have a lot of fun out here. We have lots of laughs. Mr. Allen, I was still thinking about our pits on the air. Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor, pits on the air. Hey, look, you're going to see me doing the video out there. I'm going to have it lined up with plates because I'm going to be sitting out there. I'm going to be sitting there charging $5 a plate so I can get me a new radio, Mr. Allen. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'll have the wife out there collecting the money and stuff out there and scooping it up. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're going to do. All right. I think that's it. For all you folks that are still there, we are going to bring you over to our YouTube channel there. On there at VA3EWV. We're going to go to the playlist portion. Go to my Big E's Beats portion there. That's where all my little songs are. Almost got fired off the radio. But we're going to be doing two songs. We always do two songs. And since Mr. Alistair's out there about to kick it up with CW, we're going to do On the Key with VA3EWV. That's what we're going to be doing next. So we're going to say 7-3 to everybody. One last call out. If we don't hear anything, follow me over to the YouTube channel there, on there at VA3EWV. We're going to hit our new hot single, On the Key with VA3EWV. And then we're going to do the Park to Park song or something like that. One last call. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. We will see you all later. And we're going to QSY over to the YouTube channel there. For those listening at home, make sure your volume is set. And we're going to do the only Q at VA3EWV. So let's do it. I did that
Biggie
myself.
taps out on the wire. Dots and dashes spark the fire. A language humming through the air. Fingers flying without a care. He's riding waves you cannot see. The rhythm speaks. It sets him free.
Uh-oh, what did I do?
The world replies. Keep lighting skies. One tone, one friend, one endless spree. VA3EWV. The night's alive with hidden codes. Each band a path, each tone a road. He speaks and pulses, sings in sound. His world's unspoken yet profound. From coast to coast, from sea to star. No place too close, no place too far. His words are light, they echo wide. Biggie's on air, his guys are The world replies. Biggie's keep lighting skies. One tone, one friend, one endless spree. VA3EWV.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Let me stop.
Good evening, everyone.
Whoa.
The time is.
Whoop. Wrong video. I got to get that one out of there too, by the way. Because it's not. Oh. Let's go find another one there right quick before we get out of here. And this one does not belong. Remove and playlist. Okay, there we go. Oh, the Winter Groove. This is a new one. Made for me for my wintertime operations. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Snow falling down, cold wind blowing. Big E's got that antenna glowing. Yeah. Out in the wild, no time for slowing. Got that ham radio, keeping the current flowing. 5-9 in the law.
That's right. Everybody's 5-9.
He's on the air, feeling mighty fine. 20 meters coming, a real good sign. 5-9 in the law, let the good times shine. Dialing it in, a little twist, a little turn. Hearing those signals, lessons to learn. Activation, watch that fire burn. Calling out to friends, ain't no concern. 5-9 in the law, baby. 5-9, get down. Biggie's on the air, grooving all over town. 20 meters humming when that radio crown. 5-9 in the law, ain't no stopping us now. From the tundra to the tropics, hear that call.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, rhythm, standing tall. Breaking through the static, breaking down the wall. Got the frequency working, giving it my all. So funky, he's on there. Ain't no jive turkey. 20 meters, I'm in, feeling so perky. I'm not in the law, getting down and
All right. That's it. That's it, folks. Thanks for joining us tonight, and I hope we see you next week if the Lord says the same. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. And the reason I say Echo Whiskey Victor is because someone came to me with my own call sign. I don't understand why. They had to say my call sign before they said theirs, and they said Victor America 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. So now that's who I am. I'm changing everything because I'm now Victor America 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. 7-3 for now from VA3 Echo Whiskey Victor. All right, bye-bye, folks.